Welcome. Welcome to a moment with yourself. We are going to do a 15-minute breathing meditation in this busy, noisy life that many of us lead. So how wonderful then to practice some mindfulness-based stress reduction in the middle of this shared world. When we do a breathing meditation in mindfulness, we are simply sitting on our office chair, both feet on the floor. We can hold our hands in our laps, and the only other thing we need to do is to close our eyes. If you feel uncomfortable closing your eyes, you can gaze down on the floor, closing your eyes being preferred. So, as we close our eyes together, I am going to ring my meditation bells so that we can land in the presence of our breathing. It is just wonderful to land in ourselves. And as you probably already noticed, you are being breathed. You don't have to do anything to breathe. It is taken care for you. And that in and of itself is a wonderful, relaxing notion to rest in. So throughout our whole breathing meditation together, you will hear noises. You will have thoughts that come up. And with all of this, we're practicing just letting go and letting ourselves not be disturbed by things that are going on around us. It is part of life. And right now, we are simply paying attention to our breathing. It's an automated function, and that's why it is especially effective to target. If we can sustain our attention to something that is so automatic, we will carry that over into our lives in situations that are actually far easier to focus on than that of our breathing. We notice how we breathe in, and we notice how we breathe out. We are not doing anything to manipulate our breathing. We are simply observing what is. And thoughts come, and we let them pass. Perhaps you make something visual of it, like a cloud of thoughts that come, and these thoughts, they just go. They can just sail on by like those puffy clouds in the sky. Or you might see something else that is visual that helps you. The most important thing is for you to have a relaxed relationship to your thoughts. And please know that most of your thoughts are repeated, automatic, and they don't really help you in this present moment. The brain's job is to produce thoughts. Our brains do it, whether or not the thoughts are real or true. So here we are, just honoring that not every single thing that we think is important or even true. So we can just let those thoughts float on by and disappear as our attention in this present moment is with our breathing. It can be helpful to have a few anchors to choose between that will help you stay connected with your breathing, to have your awareness stay connected with your breathing. One is to just feel the physical sensation of breathing. You might notice that your clothes feel a little tighter as you breathe in and your belly expands. And then the clothes get a little less tight as you exhale. That's a way of staying with the focus of your breathing. Feeling that sensation around your waist of tightening and relaxing. And we'll let thoughts just pass on by. There's no big effort in it. We are not working against our thoughts. We are not upset that we have thoughts. We accept that they are part of life. And right now, we just don't pay them any attention. We are focusing with our present moment awareness on our breathing. A visual way of having an anchor for your breathing might be to imagine and feeling the in-breath and out-breath as brush strokes. And the brush strokes paints in the breath and it paints out the breath. So here you have this brush stroke action in a very light and relaxed way. As you breathe in and as you breathe out. You might even want to decide on a color of those brush strokes. We're not paying too much attention to the brush. Rather, we are paying attention to the breathing. And the strokes help us sustain that focus. So we keep breathing. Another visual way of forming an anchor for your breathing is to imagine your diaphragm. It is like an upward going bow that's just beneath your lungs. And the diaphragm becomes a little flatter as you breathe in, and you leave space for the lungs to expand. And as you exhale, this bow shape turns even more into a bow. So it goes from being an upside down U to a flatter U. As you inhale, it gets flatter. And as you exhale, it gets more curved. And this curvature, this shape that constantly leaves room as a wave to your lungs, is a shape that you can imagine and sense as you're breathing. We inhale and it gets flatter. We exhale and it gets more curved. Right beneath our lungs. And we can also feel the difference in temperatures between our inhale and our exhale. Perhaps it's a little warmer as you breathe out and a little cooler breathing in. So now you have a variety of anchors or focal points to help you sustain this very attention on your breathing. We're going to sit another couple of minutes together, breathing, resting our nervous systems, letting sounds and thoughts float on by. And you can choose the anchor that speaks most to you right now. Maybe it's the sensation of your rib cage moving in and out, and how that impacts your clothing. Or maybe you choose the diaphragm or the brush stroke or the temperature difference in your nose. We're breathing. And we're savoring this moment with ourselves as we rest our nervous systems deeper than we do when we sleep. And as we allow our brains to relax and form new connections, and later make sense of things that are just a chatter. And we continue breathing. In a little while, I'm going to ring the meditation bells again. Not yet. We're still savoring this moment with our breathing. As I do ring the bells, I want you to be very careful in when you open your eyes and look around. Perhaps your body wants to stretch. And you can, of course, let it. So we'll take a couple of more breaths. Welcome back. Opening your eyes. Perhaps you want to stretch your body, in which case that is exactly what you should do. And I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.